So what is it I like best?
Yes. What did you like best about teaching?
I really like being creative with teaching. I enjoy working with students and, like I said, the hands-on piece, like doing activities helps people learn. I like that it's flexible. Like I can kind of do what I want in my classroom. Like I follow a textbook, and there's like 3 of us that teach the same class, but there's some flexibility. I like that there's flexibility in like my schedule, which people sometimes give faculty a hard time. Like, oh, it must be nice to, you're off every day. I'm really not. Like, I was grading last night till like 1 a.m, but it gives me that like family time sometimes. But I'm still here like most of the day, and then like it's nice to have some flexibility. But I really like learning different things about teaching for people. So like we all teach different things, but I like that everybody has the same thing of like teaching it effectively. So I might talk to someone who teaches history and they teach things differently, but we both want to teach effectively. So I like that. I like collaborating with different people. And I like that I get the opportunity to teach like small classes.
Yeah.
So I have like 25 to 30 people in a class, and I really like
Get
that.
to know them.
Yeah, and I teach online too, which is different. I teach a lot of like adult learners online, which is something I never thought I would do. And I had a woman who was like 58 in my class, and like she was dealing with a lot of different things, which was a challenge. And then I've had people overseas taking my class, like in the military. So I get to teach from like first year students to like returning grandparents, and so that's
really cool.
Challenging but cool sometimes. So yeah.
Does your department have any student clubs?
Yes, there's lots of different things. Not as much for like the minor, but we have like several groups. Like in Recreation Parks and Leisure Services, we have students that do. There's a wedding planning group. There's a rec, outdoor rec. It's PORC, but I forgot what it stands for. What does PORC stand for, Darcy? People.
Parks and Outdoor Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Outdoor Rec, and then we have AR.
Coalition or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then there's AR.
AREP.
AREP, which is like what is it?
Association of Recreation and Event.
Yeah, Association of Recreation and Event Planners. So we have some different students that do different things. And then we have a lot of students in leadership are involved in tons of things on campus. So we don't have like an exact one for the leadership minor. And then we have a lot of students that do, there's kind of groups that come together with our different majors that kind of collaborate. So we're like one of the few only minors on campus. So we don't have as much of a major, but the department's really supportive of the minor, which is great. So,
what is your vision for the department?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to see us keep doing stuff with like leadership, and like we're actually starting like kind of a campus collaboration with leadership with some other departments and areas and stuff. So I think to keep it being something like we can teach in all disciplines would be great. For us, I mean, I feel pretty supported. We just added a couple new classes, and we're actually revising the leadership minor, so that won't roll out for like a year. But we added like a capstone class, and we're updating the internship class, so it's a little bit more clear. And so I think after seeing it for 3 years and saying, yeah, we need to change some stuff to make it better. So I'm really excited. We might lose a few, like because it's one of the largest minors on campus. We might lose a few students who are just going to do it because it fit, but we might get more students who are like really engaged in it. So I'm excited about that.
How can the department improve? I mean,
I think a lot of people don't know about our majors. Like we always say that like leadership, a lot of people do leadership, they come to CMU for leadership, but for other parts of the department, like a lot of times people don't find our majors till like their sophomore year because like they haven't heard of it or they don't know what it is. So I think it'd be great to get in front of more first year students. And then with leadership, we get students who are really excited about it. And then we have some seniors like, I wish I'd done these classes earlier, and then they don't have time to finish the minor. So I think like for RPL and leadership to get in front of people earlier would be great. So.
And then would you recommend this minor to incoming freshmen?
I would. I think it's a cool minor in the sense that it's an added value to any major. Like you could be in business, you're going to deal with leadership. You could be in health, you could be in journalism, you could be in all different fields. And so I really think the classes are really helpful. Like it's a mix of upperclassmen and first year students. And so like that doesn't always happen in a lot of other classes your first year. So, I've had freshmen, like I was asked the first day of class, especially in the fall, like what advice would you give to new students? And people give like really good advice. I think we did that. I don't know if you were there. That we had kind of late. And students really, like I could tell you that, like, hey, this is what you should do to survive college. But when upperclassmen do it, it's great. And then students get to work with upperclassmen like on projects. So, you don't always get to do that. Like a first year class would be all first year students or maybe some sophomores. And so it's probably one of the few classes that you could take your first semester with a mix of upperclassmen. And I really recommend for freshmen because I think it gets you connected with a lot of campus resources. Like we do a lot with volunteering, leadership and involvement, and it gets people connected a lot earlier than many other classes do.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions.
Was there a study question too? Anyone had asked about studying?
Did I skip one?
Maybe there's something you asked one about studying.
Oh. Wait. Oh, what is the best way to study for your class?
For my class? I think being in class, like I have an attendance requirement, so being there, reviewing like the text before you come to class, and then like if there's like videos or activities, like do them. But I think the biggest thing is we do a lot of like group work, and so students being prepared to like help their groups because I can tell people don't